Okay, I keep getting these, and for the most part they work fine, but every once in a while I get one that just doesn't seem to want to operate, and right now I have two of them. So I installed, actually I tested this one here that I just got on the tester, and it just didn't want to work. If it go into reverse, it was going in forward for a while, and then when I put it in reverse it started smoking. It got really hot and I unplugged it really quick, and then I tried it again and it operated for a while again and then started to get hot again, so I stopped. So as far as I know it still works, so I'm going to return it to you to check out. Now what I did was I took a second one out and install it in this locomotive right here, which is wired exactly like this one over here. And this decoder has a problem too. It works, but it does strange things that I'll show you in a minute. I have no idea, but I'm going to install one of the new decoders you just sent me in after I demonstrate it and see if it does the same thing. I double check all my wiring before I install the decoders because I have had problems with them. But the way this should operate, I'm using the MRC Prodigy wireless, this guy, and I'm going to hit 8 and start it up. It's in forward, so I'm going to hit 0 to turn on the headlights. And I've installed LEDs, it's not the headlights are in it. I've used aux2 for the marker lights and the number boards. I'm going to hit F7 to just demonstrate the squeal. I really like it. And I'm going to put it on speed step 1. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hit the wrong thing. Hit stop. My bad. Now I'm going to put it in reverse. I've got LEDs for the reverse light too. Trying to find my locomotive now. Now in reverse is where I have problems with the other one. So I'm going to hit 1, 2. What it's been doing is sometimes it wants to stop. I've cleaned the track, the wheels are clean. The reason I'm showing the reverse so much is because on the other unit you'll see what happens. You notice the ditch lights, not ditch lights, but the marker lights stay on. The backup light is on. And it works fine. And the gas turbine sound. And I did not turn off the marker lights, but they've turned off. But hey, I'm filming. What?
I needed to do something. I needed to pull one of my basketballs up.
Oh yeah, you need the pump?
Yeah. Where is it?
Just let me a minute to finish this, please.
Okay.
So I don't know why the marker lights turned off, but we're going to put it on speed step 1. We'll try, and there it comes. I hit the 5 and the marker lights came back on again. I have no idea why it does that, but it does. So that's just an abnormality. So the decoders just have some strange behaviors, which I'm not totally sure I understand. Anyway, I've got to go take care of the grandson for a minute. When I come back, I'll take this guy off and put this guy on, and let it run back and forth and see how it works. Okay, so I've got this one on, and I said aux 2 a minute ago, but it's actually aux 3, it's a pink. So, and I've hooked up the, everything's hooked up just like it should be. I'm going to hit 8. It's in forward, so I'm going to turn on the headlights, I think. Okay, hit F5, turn on the marker lights, and they're on. Okay, so this is the new decoder. As you can see, I've got the green and the violet wires down where they can't touch anything, and the ends have been cut off and the insulation pulled over them anyway. I'm in aux 3, and the speakers are hooked up. And I'm hooked into the system, and now I'm going to put this alligator clip on the second post, and we've got power. So let's turn on this rascal. I need 3 hands. Okay, so 7 seems to think it's on. We're in reverse. We're going to go back to forward. We're going to hit 8 and start it up. Hit speed step 1. And off it goes, nice and smooth. And it's lit up forward. We're going to go back to 0. We're going to turn on the headlights. What am I missing here? I don't see a head. Oh, front light. I see it. I'm blind. There it goes. Okay, now we're going to change directions. Very nice. It says we're now in reverse. Speed step 1. Okay. Now we're going to hit 5. And see if we can get aux 3. There it is. To light up, and it does. Now we're going to hit speed step 1 on reverse. No flickering. Okay, everything seems to be working fine. So we'll turn out the headlights. So our party's over. We'll turn off aux 3 and shut her down. And install her. And see what happens. See what the backup light looks like. That's off. Just in forward. Let's hit speed step 1. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Finally. Let's see what's going on. Let's go to speed step 1. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It doesn't matter. I'll try and reverse. I have a light, but it's not turned on. Now it's turned on, but it won't turn off. So let's go with speed step 1. Huh. Too weird. Let's see what the back light's doing. It's on. Let's hit F5, see if we get the marker lights. And they're on. I'm going to figure that forward may be a problem with the locomotive, not the decoder. Now before when I did this, these would start flickering and click, 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 and the backlight would dim. So now that's not happening. I guess that's good news. 3, 2, 1, 0. Direction forward. And the backup light is still on. But as you can see, I haven't hit 0. I'll hit 0 now. Here come the front lights. And the backup light dimmed. Let's try forward now, see what happens. Speed step 1. Jerky speed step 2. Theoretically, this is a new locomotive. So maybe the brushes aren't broken in right going in forward, I don't know. But with the exception of the back light, this thing is working pretty well. And it wasn't the last time, so I have no confidence in it. I'll just keep playing with it and put it together and then see what happens, and maybe put it on the rollers and get about a half an hour running time and forward on it to see if I can see the brushes. Or possibly I didn't even send this to you. Speed step 1. Really jerky. Reverse. Speed step 1. The light dimmed, and here they go. This is the problem. So it didn't do it the first time, and now it wants to do it. stop and it goes back to normal. Hit forward. Speed step 1. Two. 3. 4. 5. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And off. And off. And off. Except the backlight. If I go to reverse, it gets bright. If I go forward, it gets dim but it stays on. Great camera work, huh? Reverse, forward. Okay. I'm going to put a different decoder in it and see what happens. If I have any wiring changes as I go through it, I'll start all over. Okay, so this is the same unit and it's tomorrow. So I've removed this board that was back here, light board, and I removed the one that was up here because I'm just convinced that it's either, and I doubt it's a compatibility problem between the decoders and the boards because I've done other ones that work fine, but all of a sudden I'm having problems with 2 of them. I couldn't figure out any other way to get around this thing other than to basically hardwire, and that just eliminates any kind of a problem. It looks like Charlotte's Web. I cut a piece of plastic card back here that the decoder will sit back on so it's out of the way because there's not much room anywhere else. I could put in larger speakers now because now I have basically almost a setup like the the new Athearn Genesis with the soundtracks decoder, Tsunami, which I don't like. But I also had to increase the power of the resistors to 470 because I'm now pulling straight 12 volts versus the 6 volts off the board that I had before the light board, and that included the back end. So let's just fire it up and see what happens here. So I've got F5. Let's turn it on. Okay, 0 will turn on the headlights. So of course we're in forward, and I think we can see now I don't have a backlight, so I'm going to put it in reverse, change the direction, and now I have my backlight with no interference from the front lights, and I can back up without losing my marker lights and board lights. And here's another improvement. We'll go back to forward, and we're going to go to speed step 1, which was either non-functional or really jerky. So here's speed step 1. And smooth as can be. So I have no idea. I'm going to blame the board, and I have no idea why. I guess they could be bad. If you take a look at all the stuff that's on them, it wouldn't take much, I guess. Now I could send it back to Athearn and ask them to replace it, but that would be a waste of my time and just aggravating because they don't maintain parts for these things. Not even the 2017 release on the Genesis that I asked for. So let's hear some noise. So I'm going to gather up all these wires. I feel really good about it. I basically think this is probably better than the factory setup with the DCC ready, because again, the board just has a lot of opportunities for things to go wrong, and that's just flat been eliminated by hardwiring the thing. Again, this is what it looked like with the boards in it, and this is what it looks like now without them. Just a matter of gathering the boards, having the wire, and making it look decent. So we'll stop it. I know the turbine wind works, I'm just not going to hurt my ears. We'll turn off 5, which is the marker lights. Turn off the headlights. Then I'll let the air pressure build up. And shut down the diesel. And I'll gather all these wires up, and then I will come back and take another look at it. Okay, here she's kind of bundled up, about as neat as I'm going to get it. It's neat enough. It's not going to, this is all new tape. So I'm going to run it one more time. If it works, I'll put the shell on it. And then I'll run it one last time, then get pictures of it and put it back on eBay. And I think this is really good. It is a new locomotive. It had a nasty bad board, but we just won't use it. So give me another minute. Okay, I started up. As I'm knocking everything off my counter here. Let's hit the, it's in reverse, let's hit the backup light. There's the tender light. And there's the locomotive. Ta-da! Let's see if it'll go backwards. Okay, running out of battery on this one too. So I'm going to put it in forward and turn on its headlights and turn on its marker lights. Let's start up the gas turbine just for the heck of it. Now let's put it in reverse. Make sure we still have our lights back here, and we do. So we're going to run it back to speed step 1. Speed step 2. You hear that 2-stage, which is realistic. Tsunami doesn't have that. Lock Sound does. And I believe the Lionels have it as well. Okay, well, you see the light back there even on the bottle. Put back and forward. Get my headlights. As you can see, they're quite bright. Speed step 1. Marked improvement over what we had with the Athearn board in it. Just smooth as silk. And you can see the conductor in there. The Athearn doesn't install those either. I like Athearn. I would be buying all these for. I didn't, but I just think they can. I just hit stop. I'm going to go back to forward. Speed step 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. I'm going to turn off the turbine. So we can hear that wonderful squeal as we reverse this one time when we run out of battery. So if I don't get to the end of this thing, thanks for watching. I'm going to put it on eBay. I hope you're impressed with the fact that it's simplistic, it's wired correctly, it runs great. Let's hear that squeal. I love it. Speed step 1. Two. 3. 4. 5. And I think you can see the light back there on that bottle. Well, you can now. Put it back and forward one last time. Bring her up and turn her off. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you're impressed, and if not, I hope you learned something. I have a lot of people to thank for getting me back into this, and I gotta admit I use YouTube to learn. So we're gonna shut her down, turn off 5, turn off the headlights, and figure out where the camera is, and then turn off the diesel. And fade away.